Hello, everyone. In this episode, we will be talking about aesthetic dentistry.
As an art.
So stay tuned and we hope you enjoy this conversation. Hello guys! Welcome to another episode of Apostolified Conversations. Doc Jonas, ang bilis ng panahon.
Oo nga sobrang bilis.
I would just like to promote before we move on with our topic for today. Nandito is Lifestyle Asia. Doc Jonas got featured sa July 2023 feature ng special feature Lifestyle Asia July 2023. So, designing transformative smiles. Ayan.
Sobrang late na, no?
Ngayon lang natin na-promote. But, ayan, maraming bumili ng magazine. Minessage nila ako, ganon. And then, na-post na rin naman natin to sa social media. And why am I promoting this? Bakit sabi mo late na? Ba't ngayon lang? Well, ang topic natin for today is aesthetic dentistry as an art. Yan, we would want to focus for today's episode, aesthetic dentistry as an art. And meron kasi ditong sinabi si Doc Jonas. It's through this cosmetic dentistry as my favorite branch of dentistry that I can express my creativity and my knowledge in the systematic approach. Sinabi mo talaga yun during the interview. So, Doc Jonas, aesthetic dentistry as an art. Before we move on to the dentistry side, ano ba yung art for you? When we say the word art, what is it? How will you define it?
Grabe, hindi ko na-research yan.
For me, as an art, a little bit of background about myself. Totoo naman. I was into theater before. So, I used to act, nag-trumpets ako, repertory, sa LaSalle, Harlequin Theater Guild. And yun, doon nag-stop yung aking acting career. And for me, art, yung pag-acting, it's really a form of art because I get to express myself. Kumbaga, whatever role ang mapunta sa akin, babae, lalaki, lola, lolo, marami na akong na-acting before. Big show or maliit na showman. For me, doon ko na-release yung gusto kong sabihin. So for me, it's a form of art. Expression of myself. I get yung facial expression ko, yung mga lines na throw ko. I consider it as an art sa sarili ko. Ayan. So, for form of expression. Ikaw, Doc Jonas, what is art? Define art.
Well, art for me is like the same thing. Yung sinabi mo, it's a form of expression in all forms. Like in what I'm doing right now in dentistry, I can express myself through, what I do best. That's art for me. I mean, yeah.
Apart from dentistry, how do you express yourself pa?
Well, bata pa lang ako, medyo artistic na ako kasi I'm into like martial arts. I love martial arts. So, bata pa lang ako, nagpa-martial arts na. I love music. So, I used to sing. I used to play.
And kaya ko talaga to pinakita kasi nandito yan yung music and culinary. Yan sinabi mo talaga.
Yeah, medyo ganun yung inclination ko talaga. And yun. Medyo artistic talaga ako bata pa. Pero hindi ko pa alam kung anong klase, saan ako mag-thrive or saan ako mababrand ko yung self ko na that I can fully express myself through the art that nagagaling ako ng sobra. So, which, ito, natagpuan ko nga siya in dentistry.
Okay. So, obviously, aesthetic dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, it's really art. How you do it, sabi mo nga kanina, what you do, yung mga ginagawa mo, actual procedures, it's art.
Yeah.
The result, art.
Mm-hmm.
Ano bang mga elements na nagsasabi ang aesthetic dentistry is really art? Specific elements.
Specific, no. When we do our thing in aesthetic dentistry, it's actually broad than people may think. Hindi siya nakafocus lang sa ngipin. Nakikita natin that we have to be knowledgeable with the symmetry. We have to be the attention to detail talaga, and we have to consider the lips. We have to consider the functionality and the health. We have to check also the color that would match the face, the eyes, the totality of the personality, the gums. We really have to know these things. So the length, the contour. So hindi siya like one aspect, like there is no template to what we do. It's actually basically it really depends on the patient's facial feature. That's why we have to know a lot for you to be able to give what's best for the patient. And not just that, we have to do it the right way, the systematic way, which is we incorporate the science, we incorporate the health, the functionality. Because if we do it without thinking and considering these things, baka ma-compromise naman. Pero yung art doon is you have to know the limitation. With these limitation, you have to, may mga may mga malilit na mga portals that you can exploit, that you can use, na pwede pala to, pero dapat hindi ka sumobra. Pwede mo siyang magdagdag ka ng layer, pwede ka magdagdag ng opacity, pwede ka magdagdag ng value, but sometimes hindi mo magagawa sa iba yon kasi we have to consider the health, we have to consider the functionality, because every details may impact yan sa ngipin ng tao.
Alam mo, nakakatuwa, Doc Jonas, because art is really vast. I mean, I mentioned about acting.
Yeah.
Hindi lang siya about acting. Iiyak ka ba? Tatawa ka ba? It's how you will mesh well with your co-actors.
Mm-hmm.
Kung anong babato nila sa'yo, you have to parang maintain that.
Mm-hmm.
Yung energy,
mm-hmm.
or paano masusustain. It's really vast. Even makeup. Okay, kung nauso ngayon ng makeup ngayon, what colors will parang blend well with your skin tone, your eyes, and nakakatuwang pakinggan because what you're saying is aesthetic dentistry. You're saying things about health, function, pero in reality, ang ganda niyang pakinggan because you can really express yourself. Yes, there is science, but how you do it, kailangan mo talagang i-consider everything, all facets, even the lips, even the color of the eyes. You mentioned, parang hangipin yun, pero ba't kailangan kasama yung color of the eyes?
Yeah.
Diba?
Ang broad niya kasi especially when it comes to aesthetic dentistry, we consider a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Kagaya nito, let's say when the patient's in repose position.
Ano yung repose
yung parang
position?
nakasimangot ka, naka-relax. So may mga kasi yan may tinitingnan kami na dapat may nakalabas na ngipin. Okay. yung repose, yun yung nakikita habang naka-relax yung lips
Okay.
mo. Oo.
Yung papakita rin naman
Ah,
tayo ng picture.
the position of the lips at rest. Yun.
Okay.
That's the repose. So, pag may nakikita kang ngipin doon, isa yun sa mga kinoconsider namin. Pag hindi kasi nakikita siya, nagkakaroon siya ng age factor na parang mas tumatanda pag hindi nakikita. So, we have to consider also kung gaano kahaba yung ilalagay ko. Tapos, the gender also, tinitingnan din namin. Let's say, for example, manly, gusto mo, lalaki ka. Hindi pwedeng mahaba kasi parang, hindi maganda tingnan. Tapos, the profile, we have to also check the lips. Bagay ba yun? So, the length itself will determine also the personality. Minsan, ng haba ng ngipin mo, mukha kang parang masayahin or something like that na bright yung personality. Sometimes, yung pangil dominance, nilalagyan namin ng pangil para mas may power talaga. So, may mga ganong
You were saying about personality, Doc Jonas. Yung color, nagmamatter ba sa personality of the patient?
Oo, ang dami talaga na, let's say, for example, yung color nagmamatter yan. Let's say, super strong personality or like tough man guy, blah, blah, blah. Tapos ang smile mo, bunny teeth, ang puti-puti. Parang,
Hindi siya bagay.
Wait. Parang hindi siya bagay. No, dapat medyo bibigyan kita ng medyo pamanly na smile. Ano ba yung pamanly smile? Syempre, we have to look at yung parang distribution of the canine. Palagay natin dito medyo dominant tingnan. Tapos hindi masyadong mahaba. Pag smile mo, parang poging, intimidating na strong na something like that, no? Medyo hindi masyadong mahaba kasi medyo dapat worn siya kasi clenching yan eh. Dapat So,
grabe,
dapat
pati yun.
Yeah. Kino-consider namin yan.
So, Doc Jonas, you were mentioning about mga pangil, edges, ganyan. Meron ka bang fina-follow na smile design or may mga pegs on how you are able to achieve the smile for a certain patient? Ano man to, lalaki, girl, meron bang template? Design?
Yeah, it's a good question because in our practice here, we have a dentofacial analysis. So we measure the lips, we measure the face, we measure everything. We measure the teeth, we measure a lot of things. So it's the teeth and the face, dentofacial analysis. So we analyze all these things to be able to come up with mathematical analysis this before we will decide.
Wow, so sa dentofacial analysis, parang ina-analyze mo talaga yung measurements.
Exactly.
Hindi lang yung parang, okay, mineasure mo to. It really matters.
Yes, nagmamatter yun.
Kumbaga I mean, what I'm trying to say is it's not just for recording purposes.
No. That's the reason why it's part of the protocol in our practice that we should take all these this type of analysis kasi very, very important. We take the pictures. In pictures also, we can do analysis there. Kaya nga, hindi lang tayo kumukuha ng isang picture.
Yes.
Medyo madami.
Yes.
Kasi
kaya nga meron tayong parang studio dyan.
Yes, oo. Ina-analyze din natin doon.
So from the dentofacial analysis, the next step is to create a design.
Yes.
And then from that design, paano ka? Please walk me through the process of the dentofacial analysis you design. How do you design?
So I have two types of two ways to design the case. Number one, if let's say the case is like straightforward and medyo predictable, nabasa ko na siya, it's easier to do it outside the mouth. May tinatawag tayong wax mock-up. Okay? May tinatawag tayong digital smile design.
Okay.
these types of process, we can create something that would simulate or it would simulate the possible outcome. That's why we get all these mga assessment, yung mga diagnostics to come up, no. So the second type of smile design is through direct composite. So naglalagay ako ng composite directly on the teeth. Tapos dinidesign ko doon. Tapos reshape ko na lahat. Like ano ba yung tamang length? Ano ba yung tamang contour? Ano ba yung tamang distribution to volume? Ilang units ba ilalagay ko? Is it 10 or 12 or 8 or 6? So, dun ko na determine. So, yan yung parang common if let's say, for example, the case is like wala masyado tayong gustong bawasan. Let's say, a veneer, something like that, na medyo minimally invasive.
So the type of smile design that you do for a certain patient depends on the dentofacial analysis.
Yes. So, nagdedepende naman.
So, grabe talaga, no? Yung systematic approach. Kasi, hindi ka makakapunta sa step 2 or 3 or 4. Kailangan mo talaga muna yung step 1.
Yes, pero doon na pumapasok yung pagiging artistic ng isang dentist. Kasi at the end of the day, regardless of how systematic you are, how lahat na methodical, lahat-lahat, pag wala kang artistic side, it's hard to pull off this kind of result. Kasi hindi siya ganun, hindi siya purely scientific. It's not purely, yung system na dapat ganito lang. Hindi. Dapat kailangan yung artistic ability mo, dapat siyang magamit talaga pag aesthetic dentist ka.
So, step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, whatever, ganyan.
Yes.
Yes, given yon yung scientific, systematic approach, but you cannot really give the great result if wala dun yung eye mo or ang pagiging artistic mo.
Yeah.
Kasi pwede mo namang possibly
magtitwik ka.
Yes.
Hindi mo siya matitwik kung medyo
not really jumble, but you tweak it.
Oo. Hindi siya pwedeng ano lang, yung parang art siya expression siya So you have to really use it.
Yes. And I think here in our practice, na-mention natin about the personality kanina, and the attitude and how the patients think is also being considered Na oo nga, meron kang systematic approach, you have these kinds of protocols in place, but at the end of the day, yung pagiging artistic mo din or how you express your emotions to that certain type of patient, paano mo siya i-deal, we also need to consider that.
Yeah.
Diba?
Exactly.
Kasi kailangan creative ka how you deal with that patient.
Exactly.
Diba?
Parang we are like, diba sa mga artists, like mga sikat na mga artists like Picasso or
Gaudi,
ayan, Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, they have their like masterpiece. So pinag-iisipan lahat yan. Before sila gagawa, nag-iisip sila, may template sila. Meron silang master plan. Okay. In dentistry, it's the same thing. We have to have our own master plan. So, because it's dentistry, I mean science-based, we learned from the past. We express our creativity na nadadagdagan na incorporate siya sa science, something like that.
Naalala ko when you mentioned sila Gaudi, naalala ko nung 2016 when we went to Europe, nagpunta kasi kami sa Paris, Italy, at saka sa Spain that time. Yung pumunta tayo sa Barcelona, Spain, sobrang nandun yung mga madaming works ni Gaudi like Park Güell, La Sagrada Familia na hindi pa tapos, Casa Mia ba yun? Casa Batio. Basta nag-tour kami doon. Sa totoo lang, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, nung nakita ko yung mga artworks niya, yung mga buildings, yung mga architecture, sabi ko, parang ikaw.
What? Wow.
Well, because...
Architect.
Hindi.
Architect, John.
Parang ikaw siya.
Sa ginagawa ko dati. Okay.
Hindi. I mean, yung pagiging artsy mo in your craft. Sa kanya kasi iba eh. Yun nga, mga building. Sa'yo, syempre, ipin naman. But, na-compare ko siya that time kasi yung veneers, what you do, whatever, na mga veneers, bridge, kung ano man yan, naaalala ko lang whenever you do, up until now, no?
Kunyari, personality yun. Kasi parang si Gaudi medyo naging eccentric siya. Di ba?
Yun din. Pero in terms of result, in terms of result, kasi minsan napapansin ko, you put some elements, patient A, you put this kind of element. Patient B, you put another element, grooves. Bakit kay patient C? Iba, walang grooves. Something gano'n na, hindi ko na siya ma-elaborate. But doon pumapasok yung expression mo, creativity mo, na nare-relate ko lang doon sa actual works ni Gaudi. Yun. So, pag kasi artist ka, you really put different forms of expression eh. And yung nasabi mong master plan, it's you who decide paano ka makakapunta sa end result.
Yeah.
And
it should be like that kasi inaaral eh.
Yes.
Science-based, inaaral.
Yes.
We learn from different people, masters, best in their craft.
Yes.
You know, we learn from that.
And kaya nga, doon ko nakikita yung creativity mo.
Yeah.
Doon sa result mo. Makikita rin naman sa works natin yan sa Instagram. Merong malaki, may maliit. So, yun, ikaw ang nakakaisip nun and no one can decide for you but you alone. And I believe ganun din yung mga artists like Gaudi na maybe may mga suggestions yung mga kasama niya. But at the end of the day, it's his artistic ability, it's his own eyes, yung decision niya, paano siya makapunta dun sa end result. Okay, na-mention mo kanina, Doc Jonas, Leonardo da Vinci, left-handed sila, right?
Yeah.
Mga left-handed sila. Na-research ko lang din. May mga naririnig kasi ako before, sabi na, pag left-handed, mas creative yan. Do you agree?
Well, scientifically, wala namang direct na na parang masasabi na pag left-handed ka,
automatic mas
creative ka. Hindi naman ganon. Mas complex lang yung siguro learning, something like that. Kasi, I don't know, right brain, left brain, yung mga ganon yan eh. Pero wala naman siyang direct correlation to being artistic. Pero may mga notable tayo na mga artist talaga na left-handed. Like Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, we have Picasso, something like that. So, nakakatuwa lang. Kasi ang hirap ng like before sa akin nung growing up, syempre hindi naman hindi masyadong guided. Let's say, for example, left-handed ka, tapos lahat tinuturo sa right. Alam mo yon, pag left ka, pag mahuli ka, kawawa ka. Parang ganon.
Sa school?
School, oo. So, you need to learn differently. Like, in dental school, right-handed yung chair.
Yes.
Pang right. Wala kaming choice but we need to learn. We need to learn how to adjust. Kasi left-handed ako. Mag-adjust ako. Ayusin ko lahat. Ayusin ko yung caddy ko. Yung saan yung nakaposisyon yung table. Awkward yung pasyente kasi syempre di pa namin kilala yung sarili namin, how we work dun sa chair. Kasi dapat you have to know yourself. You have to know yung lahat, yung movements mo, yung pasyente mo. So, we have to learn differently. Sa gamit, iba yan. Although, ngayon, dami
So,
naman
mas nag-work nga talaga yung brain mo,
yes,
diba?
nag-work siya talaga kasi gumagawa ka na, hindi ka nakagaya, hindi ka yung parang gagayahin mo lang.
Yes.
Autopilot, pag nakikita mo yon parang gagayahin mo lang eh.
Ipaprocess mo pa. Paano pag
Ipaprocess mo siya,
left-handed ka?
ipaprocess mo siya. Ano yung position? Ano yung position namin? Naka 3 o'clock ba kami? Naka 1 o'clock ba kami? Naka-different ba kami sa 11 o'clock? So, depende yon kung saan kami po position na sa amin na yon. So, at first, nahihirapan talaga ako kasi sa dental school.
Personal experience mo.
Personal experience. Kasi, ganun talaga. I mean, depende na lang kung may mentor ka na left-handed talaga or tututukan ka. Pero,
meron ba na left-handed ka na mentor?
wala naman.
Okay.
So, kailangan talaga namin alamin, no, kung saan kami, saan ako gagaling o paano ako gagaling sa doon.
Okay. Aesthetic dentistry as an art related with dentist and laboratory technician.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Ito kasi dapat malaman, dapat na malaman. I mean, tayo kasi mga dentists, although marami tayong nakikinig ng mga dentists also sa podcast. Syempre we work together with we collaborate with our dental technicians. So yung isa sa mga advice sa amin ng German teacher ko, sabi niya, dapat you have to be good daw dun sa mga technicians niyo. Kasi at the end of the day,
Good relationship.
Yun. Bigyan mo sila regalo. Medyo may pagkaganon na you have to, talaga. For some, yung sabi nga niya, parang kailangan mag-extend ka na extra effort dun sa mga technicians. Kasi at the end of the day, they will be the one to do the lab part. Like,
so, kailangan
everything.
artistic din ng laboratory technician.
Of course, you have to collaborate with an artistic dental technician. So, in our case naman, dito sa practice natin, we have our own laboratory.
Yes.
So, we have 4 or 5 technicians. And, medyo rough start at first. May galing, pero syempre rough start kasi iba yung yung tinatawag na artistic side nila. Iba yung definition nila ng ganda, iba yung sa akin. So they have to follow what I want. So antagal bago namin yun calibrate na ito yung gusto ko, they have to follow. But at the end of the day, they will get the job done for me. This is my design, they have to copy. This is the thickness of my, like, the base. Ito yung bawas na gusto ko. Very hands-on kasi ako sa lahat. Collaboration. Yung collaboration namin, hindi siya yung parang bahala ka na. Hindi siya yung parang tipong para kang architect, tapos bahala ni si foreman. Parang ganon. So ako yung tipong architect na lahat-lahat inaalam ko. Ito yung tamang measurement, ito yung tamang. You have to follow.
Jonas, everyday nandun ka. Pagka meron kang a little bit of break, pupunta ka dun sa lab, ikaw mismo yung nakikita kita gumagawa ka dun sa actual veneer. Parang meron kang
yun yung
brush or meron kang cutback. Ano bang tawag dyan? Ang mga ginagawa ka
It really depends.
Na technician work.
Yeah,
But of course, it depends.
It really depends on the case. Pero usually, ina-incorporate ko siya yung, kunwari, yung sinasabi ko yung contour, the line angle, kung gusto ko siyang may mga serration, something like that, yung mga gilid-gilid. Ako yung naglalagay, ako yung gusto ko yung ganon. Kasi ang hirap paglalagyan ka agad ng technicians tapos hindi siya appropriate dun sa patient's smile. Kasi konting-konting adjustment, pwedeng ulitin nila So, para iwas sila sa ulit na ganon, ako nang gumagawa.
Okay.
So, ang ganda ng collaboration namin. Kasi ito yung advantage. Pero let's say, for example, hindi naman lahat ng setup kagaya ko So, for some na yung mga dentist na they don't have their own lab, just be good to your lab guys. Tapos, mas maganda that you have to know the science behind the dental technology as well. Kasi, you can actually manipulate it yourself if you're artistic. Ang dami kasing dentist na artistic, but because we were taught in dental school na once na nagawa na, wag mong pakialaman yung mga porcelain. Well, in fact, you can do it. You can actually modify it. I modify it myself.
So, basta, I mean, what you're really trying to say is that yung artistic ability mo, you trust it.
Of course, you trust it because you don't want to you don't want to give something or cement on the patient's mouth na hindi maganda. So, learn from that. Pero learn how to modify ceramics, but at the end of the day, you have to know the science behind that. And also,
follow your artistic instincts.
Yeah, yun, ganon.
Okay. Yes. So, to wrap up this episode, aesthetic dentistry is an art, but in a very complex form. We have to consider a lot of things, as mentioned by Dr. Jonas. It's not just one aspect. It's not just you being artistic in your own simple form. Ang daming kinoconsider and ang daming mga factors, elements, in order for us to be able to achieve a certain result suitable for a certain kind of patient. Because at the end of the day, dun lumalabas yung pagiging artistic. There is no one template for all patients. Kailangan ilabas mo lahat ng creativity mo from one patient to another. And that's why it's really very complex, but it's really fun at the same time being in this branch of dentistry.
Yeah, actually, fun. Oo. But it's complex, yes. Sometimes if you are not that methodical and systematic, yun nga mawawala ka. And then, we tend to listen to patients also. Pero minsan, if we will not tell them what is really, what's the best for them, or hindi namin i-impose yun, doon nga nagkakaroon ng problem. Kaya nga, it's a form of art and as well as science. Kasi at the end of the day, this is a treatment, not yung aesthetic kasi, bonus yan at the end of the day. Hindi siya yung parang nails.
Yeah.
Yan. Hindi siya yung parang pa-hair or something like that.
Yep.
Aesthetic yan purely aesthetic. But with our teeth kasi, at the end of the day, function yan We eat every day. Every day. Kaya, pakinig kayo sa amin.
Because of course, dentists know best.
Yeah.
Considering lahat-lahat health, functionality, beauty as well, kino-consider.
Correct.
Then yan ang dentista.
Yeah.
Sabi mo nga, dentofacial analysis, doon mo mapasok. You study that, and then you create a design from there.
Yep. So I'm just thankful to God that He placed me in this dentistry where I can also express my creativity as an artist. So, yun.
So, thank you, Doc Jonas, and thank you everyone for tuning in this episode. Hope you enjoyed this conversation, and please don't forget to follow us on all our social media accounts, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. See you on our next conversation. Bye.